Putreti tanmayotaravo vinedastam sarvabhuta hridayam manimanatosmi. Namasishtam manumapi sachiputramatrasarupam rupamatasya rajarupurim matarim tvastravapim. Radha kundama giriviramaho radhika madhavasam prapto yasya patitaya shri gurum tam natosmi. Ajnanatimirandasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshurunnitam nena tasmai shri gurave namaha. Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tattvaktaya Namo Namaha. Vandeham Shri Guru Varam Shri Rupanuga Pravaram Rajarasrasigam Chayanayam Tam Prapannam. Shri Guru Charanam Mande Naman Prishthaya Uttare Rupanuga Bhaktivedanta Chayakapavati Nayam. Dāvāvastram Yamde Nam Yache Punapuna Shri Madhuru Padamboja Duli Shamajanna Janmani. Vairagya Yug Bhakti Rasam Prajnaya Napaya Maman Vitsumandam Kripam Buddhiriya Paradukka Dukhi Shanataram Tam Prabhu Ashrayami. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advait Gadadhar Shivasadi Shri Gaura Bhaktavinda. Jai Rup Sanatan Bhaktadavina Shri Jeev Gopal Bhaktadasarana. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. First of all, I offer my Sastanga do not pronounce. The lotus feet of our spiritual masters. Mitla Vishta Om Vishnu Pada Stota Sata. Shri Bhaktivedanta Shri Narayan Goswami Maharaj Shri Vidya. Mitla Vishta Om Vishnu Pada Stota Sata. Shri Bhaktivedanta Shri Ram Goswami Maharaj Shri Vidya. The entire Rupana Gauri Guru Varga. To all the Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, and the many sannyas coming present here today. So the order of Prabhuji. We'll continue listening from Sri Brihad Bhagavatamrita. This beautiful book that Sanatana Goswami has written, that he has realized in his Samadhi. So where did we stop last time? Just to refresh our memory. Then here we see that Padmavati, the mother of Kansa, she started chastising Devaki, saying, "Oh Devaki," she is actually chastising Rohini, because Rohini, she was saying that Padma, you claim that the Brajavasis, they need Krishna and Baladev to look after the cows, to protect the cows. That's why they are waiting so much in separation from him. So Rohini told this to Padmavati. This is your claim. That Nanda and Yashoda, they don't have anyone because the forest is full of dangerous animals. So someone has to look after the cows. But then Rohini is saying, can you even point out one single place in Braj? One single place in Brajamandal which has any dangerous animals whatsoever. There is not a single place in Braj where there are any dangerous animals. In fact, all these animals, they love each other so much. All these so-called dangerous animals as well. And what are the animals in Braj? They're like rabbits, cows, buffaloes, peacocks, cuckoos, birds, very gentle animals. Snakes are also very gentle in Braj. Because every living entity in Braj is only meant to facilitate the meeting between Radha and Krishna. This is the duty of every living entity. They are all situated in the mode of pure goodness, Vishuddha Sattva. So when they are situated in that mode of pure goodness, Vishuddha Sattva, then how can you say there are dangerous animals here? So here, and also Rohini is saying that all these cows, they know where to go, where to eat grass, and how to return back to their homes. They know everything themselves. There is no need even for Krishna to take them out, cow herding, cow grazing. There is no need for them. The cows can go out on their own. They are very intelligent animals, intelligent creatures. So don't put forward this argument. And she's saying that even the bank of the Yamuna is very soft. There are no stones there, no pebbles, no thorns. There is nothing there that can possibly prick Krishna's feet. There is nothing there. Even though if you go to the bank of the Yamuna, especially when it's full of sand, you see it's so soft. Even though you go there. Of course, now it has become very dry, the bank of the Yamuna. But if you go to Giri, there you see the bank of the Yamuna so soft. Sometimes we go there, to Giri. And we went like 2 years back, not last year, we went 2 years back. You go to Chirghat, if you go to Tapovan, Ramghat, because all those places are still very naturally preserved. Now we are seeing Vrindavan is being covered by many buildings and roads, but those places are still very much intact. So if you go there now also, you can see the sand there is very soft, very, very soft. So here Rohini is saying that the bank of the Yamuna is so soft that there's nothing there that can possibly give pain to Krishna's feet. And all types of deer, birds, they're naturally free of envy. And they're always happy. And they're so happily sporting with each other, loving each other there. This we saw in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes. When Mahaprabhu was passing through the Jharkhand forest, there are all these violent animals, like deers and tigers. They hate each other. But they were embracing each other, kissing each other. And then Mahaprabhu, once he stepped on a tiger when he was passing through the Jharkhand forest. But then the tiger also, as soon as it received the touch of Mahaprabhu, started chanting Harinam. And then there were some mad elephants there in that forest. Mahaprabhu took some water and he sprinkled it on those elephants. And as soon as he sprinkled the water on those elephants, they also started chanting Hari's name. So this we saw during Gaur Leela. The same thing here also in Krishna Leela. Leela Anukula Param. They are also favorable to Krishna's Leelas. And Rohini is saying, on the bank of the Yamuna, there are so many trees, creepers, and they're full of so many fruits and flowers that they're all bowing down. Like the branches are fully laden with these fruits, and they're all bowing down. And honey is oozing from these trees. And these creepers are blossoming with so many flowers. So in this way, everything there is very conducive. Vrindavan is resounding with the sweet singing of maddened peacocks and cuckoo birds. So due to the enchanting beauty of Vrindavan, even demigods such as Brahma have also glorified Vrindavan. What has Brahma said? Tadburi bhagyam iha janma kimapi atopyam. Brahma is saying it would be a matter of my great fortune to take birth in any species such as a tree, a shrub or a creeper here in Vrindavan. So who is Brahma? Brahma, he is Pitamaha. In English, it is roughly translated as grandchild. So he is the father of mankind. He is the father of creation. He is the original Prajapati. And what is Brahma saying here? He's saying, I want to be a stone where when these women of Braj, when they sweep the roads, they need some stone to wipe the dust off their feet. They need something solid. So these ladies, what do? They rub their feet on a stone. And whatever dust is there, it goes away. So these ladies are considered to be like low-class ladies. So-called low-class ladies. But Brahma is saying that I want to be that stone upon which they rub their feet. And who is Brahma? He is the greatest Brahmin. The greatest Brahmana. And he is saying this. Uddhav himself, we have spoken this verse, he has said, Asam charana rena disham mahamasha Vrindavane kimapi gulma lato sadena Yadustajam maripatam chahitta Bejir mukunda ananda Advaim vimikyam. Uddhav is saying that Vrindavane kimapi gulma lato sadena. He's saying I want to be a lata, a creeper, gulma, a shrub, anything, but I want to stay in Braj. This is the glory of Brajmandal Dham. These great sadhus, these great personalities also want to be a particle of dust here. Not just a particle, but a speck of dust. At least a particle of dust has some form, but a speck of dust is like this much. You cannot even see it properly. Saying I want to be this. This is why Krishna is always so much longing. He is so thirsting to be in Braj. Previously we read, Krishna, he started writing a letter to the Brajavasis. He told Uddhav, bring me a paper and pen. I want to write a letter. And Krishna, before he sent Uddhav to Braj, he told Uddhav that, oh Uddhav, you go there and you pacify my parents. But who was he really telling Uddhav to pacify? Whom? Was he telling Uddhav to pacify his parents or his sakhas? Who was he saying? Who was he implying? The gopis. No. He was telling Uddhav indirectly that you pacify the gopis. Because in this relationship of prem, not everything can be said openly, directly. Because if you say anything openly and directly, then the value of prem decreases so much. No. Like in this world, if you go tell some person, I love you. No. Do you really love him or her? That is the question. No. Like in this world, people are so mad. They want to be loved so much. But that love is not generally expressed. True love. True love is something that is concealed within one's heart. You know, if you really love someone, you will not go telling that person 24 hours a day, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Okay. That is not proper. The love is seen through your actions, through your moods, through your expressions. So similarly, Krishna here also, when he is writing this letter, then he told Uddhav, you give this letter of mine to the gopis. Why? Because the gopis became completely mad in separation from Krishna. Nanda and Yashoda, they did not become mad. Yashoda Maya, she became blind. In separation from Krishna, she was crying so much that she lost her eyesight. Yashoda Maya. So she became blind. And Nanda Baba, although he was also feeling so much separation, still in his heart, he could still maintain some composure. He could still maintain some patience. Means, sometimes he would go to different places in Braj, and sometimes he would try forgetting Krishna, sometimes he would have spurtis of Krishna. And when Uddhav came, he even spoke to Uddhav. But Yashoda, she became blind, she could not even speak to Uddhav. She became lifeless, like a statue, like a doll. When Uddhav saw Yashoda Maya, he was thinking, is she really alive? Or is she a statue? He did not have any conception. But the gopis, they became mad. Unmadini. Unmadini means completely mad in separation from Krishna. Like we see that the gopis, they could not even speak to Uddhav. When Uddhav came there, the gopis could not even say anything to him. And it is said that the gopis, they have two friends in separation from Krishna. One friend is sleep, and another friend is murcha, means to fall unconscious. They are called sahelis in Hindi. So they have these two friends, sleep and to fall unconscious. Why? Because when they are tormented, when they are burning in this fire of separation, then the only way that separation can be pacified is when they fall asleep. When they fall asleep, then they can forget Krishna. This is one friend. And sometimes they cannot even fall asleep. Thinking about Krishna, one moment of separation from Krishna is like 1 millennium for them. No, there's so much pain they cannot even fall asleep. No, like if you're very sick, if you have a high fever, then can you fall asleep? One moment is like 1 day, 1 night, you cannot even fall asleep. So here the gopis, their fever is like 104 degrees in separation. It is said the sakhas, their fever in separation from Krishna reaches 100 degrees Celsius. Nanda and Yashoda, their separation is like 102 degrees Celsius. The gopis is like 104 degrees. And Srimati Radhika, her separation is like 106 degrees. Means she is about to die almost now. This is called the 9th stage. There are 10 stages of separation, and the 10th stage is called Dasham Dasha. Means Mrityu. So Radharani is just before that stage. So that time when they cannot even fall asleep, the only friend they have is Murcha. As they fall unconscious and they forget Krishna. But then the gopis are saying, they're telling Uddhava that now that we're feeling so much separation from Krishna, we cannot fall asleep. We are fully conscious of ourselves, we cannot even fall unconscious to the ground. So Uddhava, you tell us, what should we do? What can we do? So in this way, Uddhava could not say anything to the gopis to pacify them. And Krishna, he sent one letter through Uddhava to the gopis, saying to give this letter. And in that letter, there was something that only the gopis could understand, not even Uddhava. He could not understand anything there. Why? Because as soon as Krishna started writing that letter, his hand started trembling. And he started weeping so much. So that letter, which was like a kora kagas, meaning which was like a white sheet of paper, it got mixed with Krishna's tears. And whatever he wrote on that letter was smudged with his tears. No. So Uddhava, when he looks at that letter, what can he possibly understand? No. If there's a letter mixed with Krishna's tears, and he's looking at it, then what can he understand? He cannot understand anything from that letter. But then as soon as the gopis see that letter, then you see, as soon as they see that, those tears of Krishna, which are imprinted in that letter, when they touch that letter, then you can imagine those bhavs that Krishna is experiencing in his heart is also transmitted into the gopis' hearts through that letter. So this Uddhava cannot understand because he is covered so much by that knowledge of scholarship, of reading so many shastras. But the gopis, they can understand. Therefore, bhakti is such a thing that is not understood by scholarship or by reading all the shastras of this world. It is something which is realized in the heart. Anubhav Vedya. Like if you see Mother Yashoda, when she calls out, when Krishna is calling out to Mother Yashoda, and Mother Yashoda is running towards Krishna to feed him, to nourish him, then such mode of love, can it be had by reading any amount of scriptures? No. Such mode can only be realized in one's heart. Of course, the shastras, they show us the way. They are the authorities. But still, bhakti is something that is realized in one's heart. So in this way, Padmavati, she is telling Kansa's mother, Rohini is telling Kansa's mother Padmavati, that Padmavati, tell me, where is the scope to find any dangerous animals here in Braj? Like you claim, are there any dangerous animals? No. So then, as Padmavati was speaking these words, she said, in Vrindavan and Govardhan, there is no apprehension of injury or theft of animals. She's saying there is no way that any animal can be stolen in Braj. Therefore, in those places, there is no need of any guard to protect the cows. Saying no need of even Krishna protecting these animals there. No? The animals such as cows and buffaloes are free to go to the forest early in the morning and eat grass and drink water, and in the evening they return to their own places. These cows on their own, they go and they return. Even now if you see, the Brajavasis, they let their cows out, go free. They go wherever they feel like, they eat whatever they feel like, drink the water of the Yamuna and they come back. Even now, even in cities you can see there are so many cows which are wandering everywhere. They go back to their homes. So then what to speak of these cows of Braj, who are entirely transcendental. So then as Rohini was speaking these words, then Padmavati said, oh Rohini, why are you speaking like a small child? A small child has no proper sense of discrimination. A small child will speak whatever he feels like. So you are like a small child. You are speaking out of your own sentimentality. You are very sentimental. When a person is sentimental, what happens? He loses his sense of discretion. He doesn't know what to do, what not to do. So you are like that. Now that you have lost all your sense, your good sense, now you don't know what to do and what not to do. You don't know what to speak and what not to speak. So therefore, you should remain silent, she's saying. If this is the case, if you are saying that the cows and buffaloes don't need anyone to protect them, then now we are hearing that in the absence of a guard, all these cows and animals are about to die. Padmavati is saying, just see what she's saying. In the presence of Krishna, she's saying all those animals in Braj, they are about to die now. So Then how do you reconcile this? She's telling Rohini. You're saying all the cows are happy, then how are they about to die here? No, Padmavati, she has no sense. She doesn't realize that Krishna is right there, sleeping. No, at least pretending to be asleep. So then, as soon as Krishna heard these words of Padmavati, he became very worried and he was very disturbed. Now Krishna had covered himself with a cloth. No, he was sleeping, he had covered himself with a white piece of cloth. And as soon as he heard these words, then he was thinking, what is this lady saying? My cows are about to die without me. No, like some of Krishna's cows, they are called Kalindi, Dhavali, Yamune, Pishange, Mridangamukhi, Gange. No, all these cows, without me, they are about to die. Padmagandha, one cow is called Padmagandha, means when it gives milk, it has the fragrance of a lotus flower. So all these cows are about to die. And he became very pained. And his lotus face began to wither. And his face became very disturbed. He then began looking at the face of Balaram, who knew everything that was happening in Braj. So then Krishna looked towards his elder brother, and he was asking by his eyes, is this true? What Padmavati is saying, is it true? That the cows and other animals in Braj are about to die? My dear brother, tell me. He's looking at Baladev's face. So seeing this, Rohini Nandan Baladev, he understood the intention of his brother. Being unable to maintain his patience due to the remembrance of Braj, he began to narrate all the incidents of Braj in clear words as he wept alone. So then when Krishna was looking towards Baladev Prabhu for confirmation, then Baladev Prabhu, what did he do? He then realized, now I have to speak the truth. Now I cannot hide anything anymore. Because Baladev was thinking, if I speak the truth, then Krishna, he will be devastated. His heart will be broken into many pieces. So I cannot speak the truth. But now he is realizing I have to speak it. I cannot hide the truth anymore. So then as he started speaking about the separation of the Brajavasis, and Baladev also started crying so much. Baladev Prabhu said, Krishna, what to speak of the cows, even your beloved deer, the birds, the kadamba and other trees of Vrindavan, Bandirvan, the creepers, groves, and even the grounds covered with green grass, they have all sacrificed their lives for you. Every particle of dust in Braj has sacrificed its life for you. So not just your cows, you are thinking your cows are suffering so much in separation from you. Not your cows, even the other animals, even the birds, they are suffering so much in separation from you. No. Generally, it is said that the bank of the Yamuna is in Shantaras. No. It is said that when we go on the bank of the Yamuna, then we must try realizing that the bank of the Yamuna is in Shantaras. So what is Shantaras called? It is the rasa of neutrality. Means being neutral in one's service to Krishna. There is no active service. There is only passive service. But still we must realize that in Braj, Shantaras is there, but it is covered. It is not actively present. We cannot say that Shantaras is absent in Braj. If we say this, then we are actually saying that Brajadham has some shortcoming. There is some deficiency in Braj, but this is not the case. Shantaras is also present, but it is covered. So then how are we to reconcile? One thing to know is that the bank of the Yamuna is where Radha and Krishna meet. They meet and they engage in the Ras Leela. So any place where Radha and Krishna are meeting and are singing and dancing, are engaging in Ras Leela, can such a place be of Shantaras? No. It is only common sense that such a place cannot be of Shantaras. That place is also of Madhuridas actually. It is not of Shanta. No. And even the trees here. No, if one looks at the tree in Braj, one can think the tree is in Shantaras. But no, even the tree, if you see, has so much vatsalya for Krishna. No, because as soon as Krishna is entering the forest, these trees are offering so many fruits and flowers to Krishna. So then how can we say they are in Shantaras? They are also in Vatsalyaras. And the creepers, no, these creepers are always like blossoming with flowers. These creepers are actually in Madhurya Bhav, it is said. They are like Sakis of the gopis. They also have this mood of loving Krishna as a gopi. And the calves, what kind of mood do they have? They have the mood of being Krishna's sakha, his friends. Sometimes if the calf is walking and the calf becomes tired, then Krishna will take that calf on his shoulders and then he'll start massaging the feet of the calf, saying, "Oh brother, you're very tired. Let me relieve you of your tiredness, of your fatigue." And he starts massaging the calf. So how can we say the calf is a Shanta rasa? No. And the cows, what kind of rasa do the cows have? They have Vatsalya rasa. No, the cows, they love Krishna as though he's their own baby, their own child, and they give so much milk. In fact, early in the morning, only after Krishna milks the cows and only after Krishna has drank the milk of the cows, only then will they give the cows to their own calves. Only then will the cows give milk to their own calves. Only after they have fed Krishna first. So what kind of mood is this? Vatsalya. And in Braj there is no pure dasya as well. No, when we speak of dasya bhava, it means a mood of servitude. In Braj there is no mood of pure dasya. What is the mood of dasya? It is mixed with either sakya, vatsalya or madhurya in Braj. There is no pure dasya here. Like you see, even the servants in Dasaras, like Raktak, Patrak, they love Krishna as though he's their own son. Sometimes they'll even chastise Krishna also. If one is in Dasaras, can he chastise Krishna? Like in Dwaraka. If you see the servants in Dwaraka, those in Dasaras, will they ever chastise Krishna? Will Taruka, who's Krishna's charioteer, no? Taruka is the one who drives Krishna around, will he ever chastise Krishna? Saying, "Krishna, why are you late? Why are you not sitting on the chariot yet?" Will he say that to Krishna? Never. It is adequate, Salacha. But here in Braj, the servants will even chastise him, saying, "Hey Krishna, we dressed you so nicely, we put such nice clothes for you, but now you're like rolling on the ground everywhere and your clothes are so dirty. How can you do this? You have no sense." Sometimes they may even twist his ears. No, so you can twist his ears also. "Hey, what you're doing? You are like a little animal always going here and there." Why? It is mixed with that Vatsalya bhava. No, it is mixed with Dasya bhava or either Madhurya bhava. No, not Madhurya, either with Vatsalya or maybe a little Sakya. Not more than that. So you say, Baladev is saying, "Oh brother, every entity of Braj, every jiva, every particle of dust in Braj is suffering so much in separation from you." So then he's saying, "Oh brother Krishna, even some of the people there, they had so much trust in your words to have your darshan, and now they are somehow maintaining their lives." No, Krishna, he promised to the Brajavasis, saying, "I will come tomorrow or the day after tomorrow." So somehow the Brajavasis are maintaining their lives. Why? Because Krishna has made this promise. The Brajavasis will return the day after tomorrow. So now Baladev is telling Krishna, because you have made that promise, they are maintaining their lives. But now they are also realizing that you may never ever return to Braj. You may never return there. So it seems, Krishna, that they may give up their lives. If you do not show your mercy to the Brajavasis, then who will show mercy to them? Death personified will show mercy to them. Who is death personified? Yam Maharaj. Yamaraj, he will show mercy to them. Because only by his mercy will their distress and lamentation be alleviated, which has arisen from separation from you. So Baladev is telling Krishna that why is Yamaraj going to take them away? Because even Yamaraj cannot tolerate that separation that they're experiencing from you. Even his heart is breaking into many pieces when he sees how they're suffering in separation from you. So therefore, Krishna, go quickly. Don't delay anymore. What more can I say about the horrible condition of Braj? In Braj, that lake of Kalia that you once freed has become a cause of so much pain for the Brajavasis. No, before that Kalia Hrit, no, that lake that Kalia had polluted, it was full of poison. So therefore, the Brajavasis wanted to give up their lives. They could have just jumped inside the Kalia lake, the Kalia Hrit. They could have just jumped inside and given up their lives. But then what did Krishna do? He punished Kalia, he sent Kalia away, and he made that entire lake free from any poison. That lake became very sweet with water. So the Brajavasis, they're thinking to give up their lives there, but then they're seeing that, tasting that water, it is so sweet. So Baladev is telling Krishna, even that Kalia hill has become a cause of great pain to the Brajavasis. They want to jump from Giriraj from the top, but Giriraj has also become very small. in separation. They want to give up their lives in the Yamuna, but the Yamuna also has become very dry in separation. Where can they give up their lives? There is no place in Braj where they can give up their lives. So the present Yamuna has very little water left. She has dried up. Giriraj Govardhan, who used to be the king of all mountains, he has shrunk into the earth. What more can I say about the condition of Braj? Even those who remain alive have also given up their bathing, drinking and eating. Their life force is not leaving them due to the tasting of the nectar of your holy names. Therefore the forest fire of this parched Mahavan will be their final shelter. So you see here, therefore Guru Varga, they say, Harinam is both sadhan and sadhya. It is both the means and also the perfection. Why? Because you see here, Baladev Prabhu is saying that even the Brajavasis, when they're suffering so much in separation from Krishna, how are they staying alive? By chanting your names. Baladev Prabhu himself is giving proof here. Now, normally we think that we are only going to chant Harinam here, and once we achieve perfection, if we return to Golok Vrindavan, we go back there. There's no need to chant Harinam. This is the general conception there, no? It's not that, oh, we take our bead packs and there also we're sitting in one place and we're chanting Harinam. No. You see here, in separation from Krishna, they're also calling out to Krishna. You see in the Gopi Geet also, when Krishna disappeared, what did the gopis do? They all got together on the bank of the Yamuna. They all got together there and they all started singing in separation from Krishna. Jayati Dikam Janmana Raja Shayata Indira Shashradaptai Daita Dishyatam Dikshitavaka Daididasvastam Vichinmate. So they started singing all these verses in separation. Kirtan is always present even in the spiritual world. How is Mother Yashoda putting Krishna to sleep? Saying Govinda Damodara Madhaveti, Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. She's patting him. And the gopis, what kind of kirtan are they doing? There also, if you see, all the gopis, they have their own instruments. They have their veena, their mridanga, their yashraj, their kartal, and they're also calling out to Krishna. Gopakumar also, if you see, if you read Brihad Bhagavatamrit, the second volume, first part of Brihad Bhagavatamrit, Gopakumar, when he's in Vaikunta, when he's in Ayodhya, when he's in Dwarika, not Dwarika, when he's in other places like Swarga, he's always chanting the Gopal Mantra. He's always chanting the Gopal Mantra. And his Guru, Jayanta, he is also reminding Gopakumar. They always chant the Gopal Mantra. But then once Gopakumar reaches Golok Vrindavan, what does he do? Does he chant the Gopal Mantra? No. He starts doing Kirtan. What kind of Kirtan? Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Mukunda Govinda He Nanda Kishora Krishna Hashri Yashoda Tanaya Prasiddha Shri Ballavi Ji Vanaradikesha. This is the Kirtan that Gopakumar is doing in Golok Vrindavan. He's saying Shri Krishna Gopala Hare Mukunda. Oh Krishna, oh Gopal, oh Hari, oh Mukunda. What is the meaning of Mukunda here? Mukunda means he who gives liberation. No, but here it means Mukunda means he whose face is like the Kunda flower. Like this lotus. Oh Govind, Govinda He Nanda Kishora Krishna. Oh Nandanandan, oh Kishore Krishna. Oh Yashoda Tanai, oh son of Yashoda. Hashi Yashoda Tanaya Prasiddha. You are renowned as the son of Yashoda. Oh Ballavi Jivan. Oh life and soul of all the gopis. Oh Radhikesh. Oh Radhanath. Radhikanath. This way Gopakumar is doing Kirtan. No. So therefore Harinam is both sadhan and sadhya. Everything is present in Harinam. That is why Harinam is the Yuga Dharma of Kali Yuga. Why is Mahaprabhu like this now? If you look at the deity of Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu is like this and he's like this. No. Why? Have you ever wondered why he's like this and why he's like this? Maharaj. Blessing. And what is the medium by which he's giving his blessings? Is Harinam. No. Means he's saying, I'm giving that Golokayar Premdhan, Harinam Sankirtan. That wealth of Golok, that Harinam, Mahaprabhu is raising his hand up like this. I'm giving that wealth of Harinam, that Shuddhanam, to the most fallen jivas of Kali Yuga, he's saying. The most fallen jivas of Kali Yuga, I'm giving this Harinam. The same Krishnanam that Radharani is chanting in Golok Vrindavan, the most fallen jiva in Kali Yuga can also chant. Can there be greater mercy than this? Radharani is chanting Krishna's name there. And the most fallen Jivan Kali Yuga can also chant Krishna's name. Although he's not chanting Shuddhana, still he's getting the chance to chant Krishna's name. That's why Maharaj is saying, greatest thing I'm giving to the most fallen Jivas here. So Baladev Prabhu, he's saying here, he's saying that Krishna in separation from you, all the Brajavasis are chanting your names and somehow maintaining their lives. Why? Because Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Abhinnatvat Nama Namino. Krishna and his name are non-different. Abhinnatvat Nama Namino. You see, Nam is Harinam and Nami means who is the possessor of the holy name. Krishna and his names are non-different. No, so when they're chanting Krishna's names, Krishna is appearing to them as a Spurti. What is the meaning of Spurti? Spurti means a revelation. Now, in the Bible, you see there are many chapters in which this word is used. Revelation, revelation, revelation. No, Jesus, he had this revelation of Christ. No, even in Islam, in Quran, if you see, there also a prophet, Muhammad, peace be upon him. He also had this revelation of Muhammad, of God. So prophet, Jesus, everyone had revelations. So similarly, we see here also when they're all chanting Krishna's names and they're all getting these revelations. Then means Krishna is appearing as a Spurti and he is pacifying their separation. So in this way, even those who remain alive have somehow maintained their lives just by chanting your holy names. So therefore we see that in every religion, God in some aspect or another reveals himself to the sincere practitioner. If you read Chaitanya Shikshamrit, Bhaktivinoda Thakur has actually reconciled all the religions of this world in such a nice way. He has said those who are practicing Islam, those who are practicing Christianity, those who are practicing Judaism, Buddhism, whoever is practicing whichever religion is good for them is actually doing so according to his or her adhikar, qualification. We must never criticize others who are practicing other religions. Because here Bhaktivinoda Thakur himself is saying that as and when one gradually practices Islam and Christianity, what happens? That conception of God that he has, it becomes more and more and more clear. And as the conception of God becomes more and more clear, and gradually he comes to the understanding that there is one supreme personality of Godhead and that is Krishna. So here you see there is a step-by-step process. Gradually from one step to another step to another step. Like he's saying, in some places he has also compared the different religions. He said Buddhism is like Shantaras. And he said Islam is like Sakyaras. He's written this, Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Islam is like Sakyaras, Buddhism is like Shantaras, and Christianity is like Vatsalyaras, he said. Because in Christianity there is that mood that God is the Father. He gives us this, he gives us that. And in Islam there is more of that mood that God is like a friend. So there is Sakyaras there. In Buddhism, they meditate on this Nirvana, so there is Shanta. And then he said like this Sanatana Dharma, there is this Madhurya. So they say, in every religion, there is always a chanting of God's names. So here, what I mean to say is that by chanting Krishna's names, then this perfection is had. So therefore, Krishna, the forest fire of this separation, will devour the Brajavasis. Baladev Prabhu is telling. He is telling Krishna. Therefore, do something. Then Parikshit Maharaj said, hearing these agonizing words, the tender-hearted Krishna. So here you see, tender-hearted means what? Krishna's heart is like butter. He cannot bear the suffering of anyone. He is paradukka dukhi. If Krishna listens to anyone's suffering, then immediately his heart will start melting. Sometimes the question arises that if Krishna is always in Golok Vrindavan, enjoying with all the gopis, enjoying with Radharani, then who is listening to our prayers here? No. As sadhaks, as devotees, we are suffering so much in this material world. We are encountering so many different disturbances, calamities, problems. So who is listening to our cries then? Let's say that we are very much in misery, we are so miserable and we are going somewhere to the corner and we are crying so much. Every one of us who is sitting here, whenever we feel very miserable and sorrowful, we go somewhere, we start crying, crying, crying. So when we are crying in this way and calling out to Krishna, then who is listening to us? If anyone comes and tells us that, Paramatma who is in your heart, he is listening to your prayers, will we be happy then? that only Paramatma he is listening. No, Krishna actually is also listening in Golok Vrindavan. Why? Because there are two aspects of Krishna's identity in Golok Vrindavan. It is called Sarvagyata and Muktata. So here Muktata means by Yogamaya, Krishna, he forgets who he is. He is only completely absorbed in all his leelas there. But Sarvagyata means omniscience. No. Krishna, at the same time, although he has forgotten himself also, in an inconceivable way, he is also very much aware, conscious of all his devotees, of all the living entities in creation, and of all those who are crying out to him in separation. He is also conscious of this. This is called Sarvagyata. So therefore here, Krishna, when we sincerely call out to him, and he is listening. But the condition is, Saranga Sharanagati Hoi Bejaha. Tahar Prarthana Shune Shri Nanda Kumar. The condition is, we have to be surrendered to him. Then he is listening to our prayers. Now what are the symptoms of surrender? No. The symptoms of surrender are what? No. Atma Nikshepa Karpanya? No. As it was now. Here where it says that one should be fully dependent on Krishna. One should be fully dependent on him. One should feel very humble from within. Anukul Jassa Sankalpa, Pratikul Jassa Vivarjanam. Whatever is favorable, he accepts. Pratikul Jassa Vivarjanam. Whatever is unfavorable, he gives up. And Atma Nikshepa Karpanya Sarvida Sharanagati. Goptrina Anukul Jassa Sankalpa, Pratikul Jassa Vivarjanam. Goptritte Varanam Tatha. Krishnasya Atma Nikshepa Karpanya Sarvida Sharanagati means Goptritte Varanam Tatha means he only accepts Krishna as his shelter. No. And he always has that faith that Krishna is my savior, he is my protector. And when one has these 6 modes of surrender, then Krishna listens to his prayers. No. So here the same thing. Then his heart starts melting. So here also, Baladev Prabhu, as soon as Krishna heard the words of Baladev, then his heart started melting Krishna. And then he caught hold of Baladev Prabhu's neck. And he began to wail out in a loud voice like a broken-hearted person. See here. The streams of tears washed away his bodily ointments. There is kajal around his eyes. There is chandan, chandana charchita. He is anointed with so much chandan, so much oil, perfumes, everything. But when he is weeping, all that kajal from his eyes is being washed away by his tears. They're all washed away by that, flowing down his chest. All that chandan is becoming so hard now. If you apply chandan on your body and if you leave it for some